Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a bunch of cool little projects I'm working on. One of them is this Gibson V right behind me that I have primed out. I did some Bondo repair on and now I'm sanding it down. It's super windy today, so I don't normally like to sand inside the shop here, but got to get this done and I can't wait a couple days for the wind to go away because it's on my schedule. I'm also going to be sanding this guitar here. This is an Epiphone Explorer Gothic, so we're working on Gibsons and Epiphones today, and I'm just about to head out to meet up with somebody who's selling me a guitar that I found on Craigslist. It's a $65 Fender Squier Strat from the 90s. Decent guitars. Those guitars are pretty good, so it's got a solid maple neck. When I get it, I'll bring it back here. We'll check in and I'll show you guys the guitar. But 65 bucks. I got the cash right here, ready to go. Just about to head out and go grab this thing. They were asking, I think, $120 originally, and I was going to ask about it, but I had a super busy week that week, a couple weeks back, and I decided I got enough project guitars around here that I don't need to go after every one. Then they dropped the price to 100 bucks, then they dropped it to 80 bucks, and at that point I was like, dang, no one's buying this thing? I need to jump on it, because it's got a solid maple neck. It could be a good candidate for some type of Frankenstrat. So I messaged him, said, would you take 65? I was going to go 60, but I thought 60 might be too little. It's about half price of what he was asking originally, so I said 65. He said, yeah, I'll take it. So I'm going to go meet him in just a couple minutes here, and then I'm going to head over to the Goodwill, see if they got anything valuable, worthy of reselling or adding to the video game collection. You guys know I love my old retro video game stuff, and you got to stop in at the Goodwill a couple times a week, really, if you want to find good deals. You could get lucky if you go once a week or every 2 weeks, but got to be there all the time. So I'm going to be right in the area dropping off packages at the post office, so I'm going to stop in at the Goodwill, and if I find anything, I'll show you guys when I get back. Hopefully I can get this guitar sanded and looking good, ready for some paint, because we're going to throw Crackle on this bad boy today, if I get it ready in time. So it's almost 2 o'clock right now. It's a warm day. It's 75 degrees, a little warmer than it's been lately. We've had a lot of days in the 60s lately. We've had rain, we've had a lot of crazy wind, and real dry temperature or dry humidity, which is great for painting. You want it to be, the drier the better. Humidity is not good for painting. So I'll check back in with you guys in just a few minutes, and I'll show you the guitar, and if I get anything else, I'll show you that too. You guys know I love local deals and picking stuff up. I actually picked this stuff up today. 20 bucks for all this. My son Wolfie, his birthday's coming up, and it's going to be his second birthday. He's currently obsessed with tow trucks. This super nice tow truck, somebody was actually selling it for 15 bucks, and then they had this Craftsman workbench for toddlers for another 15, so 30 for the pair. And I asked if they would take 20 for the pair, 10 bucks a piece. They said yeah. I went and picked this up this morning. They threw in this awesome, I'm not sure what kind of car this is. It looks like a Lambo, or not Lambo, but like some type of cool sports car, maybe a Ferrari or something. But gonna drop it in a second. So they threw that thing in for free. I didn't even know the blue car was coming with it. They threw this cool red monster truck in, so I'm gonna get it all cleaned up. But how cool is that stuff? Full-size little workbench. I mean, this is awesome. Way bigger than I expected it, and yeah, he's gonna love this stuff once he sees it. You guys know me, I'm always looking for a deal. I hear my alarm going off, actually. So that means I gotta head out, go meet that guy, go pick up the kids from school, go to Goodwill, drop some packages off, and I'll be back here in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm waiting for the kids now, and I got the guitar. It's even better than I thought. There's a small detail that I didn't know about this guitar. I'm not sure where the guitar was made, but when I finally saw it in person, I saw it's a made in Korea model. Yeah, that's a score right there. I wasn't sure if it was like, made in China or Indonesia or something, but made in Korea. And it matches the headstock logo exactly for the one that I started on. So it makes me wonder if I started with the Korean Strat and I didn't even know it. One of my favorite Strats to buy and modify. And I got this one for 65 bucks. What a steal. The guy was willing to let it go for so cheap, and man, that is awesome. So super happy. I'll show you more on that guitar once I get home. I also stopped at Goodwill, like I said, and they did have a couple games that were really valuable. One of them was a Lara Croft Tomb Raider game for the Nintendo Wii. I looked it up, it's worth like $40 or $50. They were asking $5. I popped the case open and there was nothing in there. They actually had 2 Tomb Raider games. Both of them, somebody had stolen the discs out of it, looks like, which totally sucks. I got very excited for a second. They had a stack of other like Rock Band and Guitar Hero games, but none of those were very valuable, $10 or so. And when they're charging $5.99 or $4.99, after shipping it, cost about $4 to $5 to ship something, there goes all your profit. Plus eBay fees are gonna be $1 or $2, so you'll end up losing money selling a game like that for $10 if you pay $5. They didn't have anything else high-end there, no electronics or anything I saw, so no pickups there today, but since I was right there, no big deal. It's an easy, quick 5-minute stop. Now let me head home and I'm gonna show you more on that guitar that I just picked up. All right, guys, I'm now back in the shop. It's actually 2 days later. It was been windy, super windy the last couple days, and I don't like to paint when it's super windy because there's just so much dust and crap in the air, and that's just gonna get stuck in the paint job. So I got the guitar. It looks awesome. It's, you know, it looks like a basic Strat, but for $65, man, what a steal. It is a maple neck Strat from mid-90s, Squier Stratocaster Bullet series, the exact guitar that I started out on. But I didn't know, if you look real close down here, made in Korea. That made this deal 5 times better. Getting like an Indonesian or a Chinese one for 65 bucks is a decent deal. But a made in Korea for 65 bucks, I didn't know it was made in Korea, so that was a huge surprise. And it makes me wonder if my original guitar that I started on was also a Korean one. But man, it's a basic Strat, nothing crazy, you know, typical neck. The neck's in good condition. Body's in pretty good condition. I think it's all original. And yeah, there it is. It's like a cream color, and what a great deal. I'm actually out in the spray booth right now. I just finished painting a Gibson V that we're doing bright red with black Crackle on it. So I just finished doing the red on that one. And next up, I'm going to be working on an Explorer that I've already painted one time. See it back there? It's bright green. And I put neon green, some black Crackle over it, and the Crackle came out really small. Not what the customer wanted. I knew beforehand that he wanted something a little bit bigger, so I showed him it. We both agreed I could do better. So I let it cure for a couple weeks. I wet sanded it over the last couple days, and it is now prepared. It is ready to go. We're going to shoot the green again, and I'm going to be using a different green. This is one of my favorite greens. It's been sold out everywhere you go. Even online, I haven't been able to find it, but it's an engine enamel green. I'm not even sure what brand car uses green for their engine colors, but it's neon green. It is an awesome color, and it's finally back in stock at my local hardware store. So I picked up a few cans of it a few days ago when I was there. I was very surprised to see it because I had pretty much forgotten about it. I kind of wrote it off after a few months of it being out of stock. I figured it's not coming back anytime soon, but I found it. So we're going to throw that on this guitar. Then we're going to throw some Crackle on it. So we got a couple Crackle guitars we're doing today. Actually, maybe even a third. I know there's a Dimebag guitar over here that we're doing Crackle and Splatter on, which is going to be so sick. I got to inspect that thing and make sure it's ready. But that might be, after the Explorer, the next one to go into the paint booth for today. I'm running out of space here. You can see all the guitars over there on my rack. I have a 4-guitar jig stand that holds 4 neck-through guitars. Because the way they're mounted, you know, when they're freshly painted, you can't put them on a wall mount. You can't put them on a stand. You need something that's going to hold them. And I have these brackets. Actually, I'll show you this one here. With these square tubes. What do you think of this thing, guys? This thing is coming out sick. This is Eric's guitar. And I have these brackets. They go inside. Some of them are kind of like a Z shape or an S shape. And they mount with a flat plate down to the inside of the neck pickup. It crosses over like this so that it doesn't have like the stand isn't blocking the middle of the guitar. It comes out over the neck. And then it allows me to paint easily over the whole body. I also have some that come out straight out too. So I have 2 different versions that my assistant Ryan made me. And actually, he's going to be building me a wall mounting system so I can mount this up on the wall, because I have a whole nother batch of neck-through guitars that I'm going to be starting soon. And they've been ready to spray, but I've got a whole batch already, you know, in the end process. And once they're in process, they're on those stands for at least a month, usually more, because of my clear coat. The way I do my clears, I do it in 3 sessions, which takes almost a month to spray, plus the color, plus, you know, that's over a month already. So I've got another 4 or 5 neck through guitars that are waiting to get on that stand, and right now there's 3 of the 4 guitars have all the clear they're going to get on them. So pretty soon I'll be able to move 3 of them off there. But when I got another 5 or 6 to do next, I'm going to need a bunch more space to mount these things. So I'm actually going to be having like a little wall system so we can move them over and mount them on the wall in between sessions of paint. So that's going to make production a lot easier around here. Ryan's working on that actually as we speak. And then I got a couple other guitars I'm going to be spraying today. One is a Stealth Wolfgang, and I throw some matte clear on it. And we have an unfinished raw body. You see it, there's like 3 unfinished bodies. 2 of them have sealer on them. The 3rd one's getting sealer today. So a couple dime bag guitars, bunch of cool stuff. All right, guys, it's just about the end of the day here. I'm wrapping up. I just finished unwrapping this Stealth case. One of the last cases I'm actually going to be doing here, custom cases in-house. I'm not really offering that service very often anymore, but this is for a repeat customer who we've done other cases for that match this one. And, you know, not Stealth, but the same size, same dimensions, all that stuff. And for repeat customers, I like to do a little bit of extra things like that sometimes. So Kelvin's super cool dude. It's the 3rd guitar I built for him, and they all have these very similar cases. Did the Gibson Flying V. You can see it back there. The Crackle turned out great on it. And I just did the green Gothic Explorer. I gotta show you guys before we wrap the video up. So let's go out to the spray booth and I'll show you how it turned out. Check that out. Inspired by Brandon Ellis. Actually, I think we might have come up with this paint scheme right when that guitar came out, or even right before it, because we were talking a little before he actually sent his guitar in. But look at that Crackle pattern. It came out beyond sick. Exactly what I was hoping for this time. So I think I have footage. Maybe I'll splice in the footage of how small the Crackle looked before. But I'm sure my customer Matt is going to love this. I absolutely love it. So I hope you guys all have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all very soon. Rock on, my friends.